Who wants to give us a little bit of a rundown for what we did last week? Anybody? Anybody? Going once, going twice?
We're headed south.
It's not fair that you do that.
Or
Why?
East.
Because you know we're not paying attention.
East. I know what happened in our intermission. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna read the notes from last week from no one because they're too funny. We are moving east, spring, summer, overgrown trail. It's getting evening. Symbols, chords, strings. What are they? Pumpkin man? Question mark, question mark, question mark. String leads northeast. Old wand, sanctuary, place of peace, safety. String has a heartbeat. 3 ladies, presumably the Fates. Fate pulls shit out and it makes a table. Paul has a job in mind. Enjoy life. Second time Paul smiled. Power born, power contained, power realized. Tea in the forest, knitted shroud. Intermission, sex, fuck, sex, blowjobs. Fountain in a clearing. Camping, I'm a bitch. Rice, water, food, good. Find some meat. Isla, make me food, cabbage. Fountain? Deva came and rescued a few souls. Cards, I'm a prince. Isla is growing.
What the fuck did you just read to me?
Yeah.
I thought you were reading off some, like, Trump evidence shit or something.
The slam poetry.
It was... No, that's poetry right there.
So, I mean, all of that being said, that, you know, it's a weird encapsulation, but it does kind of encapsulate the
Wilde?
session. Yes.
Now that you said all those words,
Yes.
What
can you
happened?
tell us what happened last session?
Well, you were traveling east, and you did run into the clearing where the Fates live. Or at least make a sometime home. You ran into a clearing of trees that were bound with red strings, and on investigation discovered that the red strings are the remains of lives. Possibly memories of lives, and that the 3 Fates made their home in the clearing. You had tea with the Fates. You learned a few things. You drew some cards. You learned a few things, especially Blythe learned about Paul. Paul had a birthday party of sorts. There was confetti, quite a lot of potpourri confetti. So much confetti. Isla is indeed growing. She's grown about 6 inches, and she's you know, sort of taller than she was a little while ago.
Wrong campaign.
Oh no, that's tranquility and never mind. That's tranquility and oh my god, games.
Okay. Can we get someone in here that knows what they're doing?
Yeah, I was perfectly right. Yeah,
Steven?
you what?
I'm sorry.
Okay. You journeyed away from the home of the Fates after being given a shroud, a burial shroud, which will allow you to use one use of the Revivify spell for free, basically. And you made camp in another small clearing you found that had a fountain in it that was placed there by one of the Devas. You discovered that one of the Devas had placed it there, and that the water from the fountain is sweet and good tasting, will not go bad. And while it was blessed at one time, is no longer considered holy water, but it did give you each an impression or an image as we closed out the session. And we read 4 cards, because you all took a swallow of water, and I'm going to scroll back up here past all the images of no one. Paul's card was the Keeper of the Swords card. Isla's card was the benign Queen of Wands with the sweet smile and the sunflower. No one's card was the Page of Wands, which is unusual because usually his cards are swords, but tonight. This time it was Page of Wands, which is a little bit more wholesome than a Page of Swords. And Blythe's card was the Three of Cups. And so with that, it is night. You have started a fire. You have bathed in the fountain. You have drunk from the fountain. What are you all doing? Don't everybody talk at once.
You know, I'll take second. Um, well, a cuddle would be fine. And when I go in, I'm just gonna start, I'm gonna go through my spell book.
Okay. So you're just resetting your spells?
Yep.
All right. Do you want me to draw a card for that at all?
You know what? Yeah, let's do some funky stuff.
All right. You've had me do that once before with your. You've had me do that once before with your spell book.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'd also like to do another of the Tensor's floating disc on it.
Okay. So it's floating behind you?
Yeah. It'll be, I got one more, and then it'll be where it can't go 20 feet away from me, and if it does, it comes back how we agreed it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a returning spell book.
Okay. All right. We have. Well, that's appropriate for you. We have 3 cards which are interesting and a little obscure. We have the classic Devil card. We have the Chariot, and we have the Builder. Go ahead and take a picture of those.
Oh my gosh, my computer isn't overheating yet.
Right? And I will give you a closer picture of the Builder because it's very difficult to interpret this card. I've looked at it for quite a long time and still not able to really decipher what it is, other than it's just a really interesting collage of images.
Ooh, that devil is kinky.
The classic Devil is a kinky card, I agree.
It's got 2 different nipples. Like, what's up with that shit? No, like, I'm wondering, like, it's on purpose.
Yeah, not sure. Don't know, baby. Don't know. Got something to do with
Yeah, playing her.
possibly. So, do you have you do have Tensor's floating disk, correct?
Yeah.
I feel like that is your Chariot card.
Yeah, let me get that second picture of that last card, Builder.
It's just a really obscure card. It really is. The Devil is, I'm going to say, a charm spell or divination spell or a manipulation spell. Do you have something that will give you command or charm over somebody?
Wrong one. Fails. Manage spells. Add spells. Control flame. First level, absorb, animate shadow. So that would be second, I believe. Okay. I forgot I had bitch slap. We'll go ahead and learn that one. Blindness, deafness, crown of madness.
That'll work. There you go. Your devil would be Crown of Madness. Builder is obviously a building spell. Do you have Layman's Tiny Hut?
Looking. That is a second or third.
That's a third one, I think.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have that yet, but I do
Okay.
have, let's see, Wither and Bloom, Web, Spider Climb, if you're taking it as like building a spider web, Earth and Grass, Knock,
How about Unseen Servant?
oh, yep. So
There you go. Unseen Servant.
Oh, undo. Get rid of that one. Makes it a little bit more fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like those are your three choices there. Crown of Madness, Tensor's Floating Disc, and Unseen Servant. Those read really well for those cards.
Yep, I agree.
Okay. So with that, Isla is taking first watch. Blythe has sorted out her spell book, or is sorting out her spell book. What are you doing, Paul?
Cleaning. Oh, I mean my character. Hold on.
Cleaning.
So, I'm sorry, where are we at right now?
Making camp for the night, getting ready for
Oh yeah, I recall.
winding down.
We just arrived to the camp and drank the water. And didn't I have some kind of vision or something from the water?
All of you did. All of you received an impression from the cards.
Can you refresh me on what mine was?
Yours was the Keeper of Swords, a reinforcing of the compelling quest that you were under, and the impression that you were on the right track, that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing with your life at this point in time.
Well, if we're just breaking camp, I imagine, or making camp, and Paul would probably be taking care of the horses.
Okay, so you're winding up. You're taking care of the animals for the night. What are you doing, Noah? Curiosity leads me to ask.
I'm making my bed. I wish not to be awoken until we're going to leave tomorrow morning.
I love Noah. I love it.
I wish
All right.
to not be disturbed.
He's hanging up his do not disturb sign on the outside of the penthouse for this week. I love it.
You get third watch.
Okay,
Well,
so Paul,
I'd like to.
go ahead.
Is Paul's noticing this?
I imagine that
he does.
you're noticing him getting ready for bed. Yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. So, anybody have anything you wish to do before we start with Isla's watch?
No.
All right. Isla, the dusk has come and gone. It is now full dark. Your friends have eaten their dinner, such as it is. Paul's is mostly rice and water. There was no successful hunting tonight because poor Sanguine had flown all day. So he is exhausted and sleeping beside Blythe. The quiet has started to set in. Blythe has retired. No one is sound asleep. Paul is taking care of the horses and is settling down. And you are keeping watch. What are you doing during your watch session? Okay. So Isla's trying to keep herself away. Roll perception, please. With an 18, it is a quiet watch. The first 2 hours of the night pass uneventfully. But the one thing you do notice is that the evening had started out cool and clear, and the water that you splash across your face routinely is cold. And you start to see, just as your watch is ending, the dew that is on the grass around you is starting to crisp and freeze a little bit. Frost is setting in. It's cold. Okay. Roll sleight of hand. All right. Roll perception, Paul.
I would like to say that Paul is wearing this particular cloak. So, advantage? I mean, I'm
Yeah,
wearing the freaking cloak.
I'll give you advantage on that, Paul.
Hmm.
Not yet.
Forgot what games we did.
Yeah. There was a
I
lot of
rolled on the
leveling
wrong
last week.
channel, but it was an 8.
Okay, so you rolled an 8. You ate carbs for dinner and you laid down immediately afterwards. You're sleeping pretty heavily. You're not on for your watch. I need another sleight of hand then. Yeah, no, he between you inning and outing, even with the nat 20 to get the cloak off of him, you got the cloak off of him without waking him up, but a 13 definitely wakes him up.
Give me my cloak back and get the fuck out of my tent.
Damn.
Do it again, and I might just cut your hand off. I am not. Good night, Isla.
So you finish out your watch. It's cold. The grass is starting to get a little crisp under your feet as you wake Blythe up for her watch.
Oh, okay. Come on, Sanguine. Let's go. Good night, Isla. Is the fire going? Oh, did you try to take Paul's cloak? That's because your blanket is so soft, and he's used to wool and itchy. I mean,
Not maybe.
I think that I think that a man set in his military ways would be very much outside of his comfort zone with anything not military ways. And I don't think he's the type that enjoys a nice warm blanket that feels like a hug. I think he hates being touched. Yeah. He's kind of a, callous, maybe. Yeah, exactly that. Good night. And I kind of get up and grab my staff and pull myself up, and we go out.
Okay.
I go ahead and during the first 10 minutes, I'll cast Unseen Servant,
All right.
and I'll have them go get wood.
Okay, so your unseen servant goes and gathers wood for the fire, which helps with the cold quite a bit. And it keeps you busy enough that you're not having any trouble staying awake. Go ahead and roll, please, for perception.
Oblivious. I found Isla's book, and I'm reading it.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
open it to where she's at.
Right. I mean, that's a kind of an appropriate thing. As you go through the night, you're reading this book and you're assessing sort of the fact that Isla is kind of hung up on this particular spot. The edge of the page is a little grubby. Maybe there's a little bit of a food stain there where she's kind of, been reading it while she was eating, and the book is creased open. It sort of naturally falls open to this page, and you read a little bit further, and you're not really sure why she's obsessed with this page.
Oh, I know exactly why. It's because the maid, she is in the stable, and she's got a thing for horses, and this dude's getting a blowy in the middle of the stable. And so, that's why she's stuck here. I'm not sure if it's because in her head she's petting the horses as this is going on, or if she's like, what the hell? Why would you put that in your mouth? But that's where she's at.
Okay. Yep,
It's so gross.
does not make sense. It does not make sense, and you're not really sure what it is, but you realize that Isla is indeed getting a new picture of the world, and that's because that's the card we pulled here.
Oh, great.
It's rotated, but it is the world card. And it's the naked world. Ah, okay. I'm not. I'm ignoring it. Yeah, no, I'm just ignoring it. So we're just going on with our game and ignoring it. So yeah,
Oh,
that's the impression you get is that she's stuck on this page because
Isla has white hair too, don't she?
yeah,
Oh man, and it fractured her. Like her moon mirror's done. She's lost her innocence. And there's the moose in the background. It's been through some artificial intelligence drawings.
yeah, yeah. So
I live in there having nightmares right now.
so that's the impression you got. Um, as the night rolls on, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. There's of course a little bit noise in the distance, some rustling, some sounds that are normal in a wild situation, but there's no animals to speak of that make their presence known. Monsters or anything to speak of. As your watch passes, um, who are you waking up?
Uh, whichever. Oh, um, I am going to. I'm going to look at Paul's tent and know that Paul should be taking the watch. But as I go, I'm gonna do that first. Take care of business. Uh, Poke my head in. Paul,
All right.
and she'll shake her head, and she's gonna walk around over uh, to no one's little area. And are you all comfy?
No one.
You're working me up for what?
Well, it's third watch, and you slept 6 hours already, and well, you're not exactly paying, so I thought maybe you might be interested in a watch.
Yeah, if you want to give me your watch, I'd be okay with that. But at least go back to sleep.
Yeah, kind of figured. Okay, little prince. Good night.
And don't step so loud. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, she's a little offended by that, so what she's gonna do is, oh, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. So, I'm going to use, I'm gonna kind of touch the tent.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see how long does it take. It's gonna take 11 minutes to cast it. So, what she's gonna do is she's gonna pull out her little uh, ink vial, and it's lead. So she's gonna start writing on the outside of this tent, Little Prince, and then she's casting illusory script, and basically at midnight every night for 10 days, it's going to look like a open and close sign
Okay.
that's like Fritzen with the neon. Like, you know
Mm-hmm.
how it's all boom, 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 boom,
Mhm.
boom. Yeah, but don't worry, you're safe tonight. It's for midnight.
All right. How long does it last?
10 days.
No. How long does the sign last?
Like hourly. Is it for 1 hour at night or?
No, just just for 17 seconds.
Oh,
That's so silly. What?
Not enough to get us killed, but enough to be like, holy fuck, what was that?
it's beautiful. It is beautiful.
That's the tiefling in me.
Yep.
Consider that the equivalent of me coming in your house, stealing your left shoe and all your left socks.
Or maybe your cloak.
Or maybe in the cloak.
Just an example. So I imagine Paul probably kind of heard this interaction between Wilde and
Yeah, absolutely, you
Little
did.
Prince.
Yes, you did.
Cool. Because Paul was already feeling a type of but he's already decided to help teach Little Prince a lesson.
Okay.
So typically, Paul's up real early and he tries to let folks sleep and he moves around camp quiet, getting shit done. Not today. He's
Okay.
unusually clumsy today.
All
He's
right.
dropping buckets and kicking stones.
Yeah, right outside his tent.
And most of it's focused right in front of his tent.
Yep. As one does.
I want to explain something real quick. The only reason why she did that, Alex, is because you told her the way that she steps, and she's only got one leg. So, yeah.
You're better.
And
Right? I'm going to come back to you, Paul, here in just a second as to what happens on your watch. But I did draw a really significant card, so I need Blythe to tell me what she does about laying down, and then I need her to roll for me. So, yeah. Blythe?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me what you're doing as you lay down.
So she goes in and she puts her quarterstaff against the tent and sits down next to Isla, leg extended out, and she just kind of, that little bastard. I mean, I know we don't know, but fuck, I can't help the way I step. And she takes the leg off, and then Isla's back's to her, where she's like, her butt is right on the back, and she just taps her on the ass and lays down and cuddles up with her.
All right. And knowing that you are dealing with your disability just before you lay down, and not just dealing with it, but feeling a certain way about it, resentment, consciousness, self-consciousness, possibly even a little bit of discrimination type situation, you begin to dream. And I would like you to roll. I think you should roll insight.
shit.
I know this one's throat itchy, ain't it? Insight.
And this is happening because you received a card.
10. You know, it's the second 10. Let me reset it.
All right.
It might be the third. I don't know. I don't think I test rolled. Watch it be a 10. No, 18.
Okay. So with that, the dream is vivid, but you're able to see through it and realize what it is. You dream of your grandfather with the bloody knife in his hand. You dream of him in his forbidding aspect as he told you to heal yourself. You dream of the blood and the pain. And you feel him in the back of your mind. There's something that has never gone away. And you're not sure whether it's him or the demonic spirit that is in your family bloodline impelling it, but something tells you that if you choose, if you re-wound your leg and then commit the sacrifice, you can still heal yourself.
But at what cost?
Indeed. And I'm going to say for future reference, that card always is going to represent your grandfather. All right? Paul, you,
Yeah.
yes, you bring out your inner Dilly as you throw logs on the fire with a loud clatter and bang, clank
I
buckets
also put a
together as
teapot
you,
on.
right? You clank buckets together as you feed the horses. Put the teapot on, pouring the water from, high up in the air so that it makes a sloshing, running water sound, and then starts to
Whistling,
whistle as
too.
it boils. Yeah. You're making a hell of a lot of noise. More so than you probably have ever done before. Do need you to roll perception. You are actually on watch still.
Mm-hmm. So,
Okay. It takes you a few minutes, but you do hear a noise in the distance. Off to the south a little bit, and maybe a little bit east of where you're at, and a little south. There is a noise.
all right.
And the reason I say that is because this card came up. So if you choose to pursue it, I will draw the first animal card I come to, and you can choose to pursue it if you wish.
That card's pretty cool.
It is a beautiful card.
I'm not gonna leave the camp.
Okay. In that case, we will ignore it. You'll just realize that there is off in the distance somewhere some sort of animal. Likely good hunting.
Sure. Yeah, but I can't leave the camp.
There you go. All right. The night passes. Dawn comes. Your companions come out and join you.
I'm gonna make just enough breakfast for 3 people.
Okay. I will come back to Noah here in just a minute.
I look at him too, like, damn, because you know that we would give him food.
There's food.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So, are you waking up your companions? What are you doing?
Yeah, like right when the sun is just almost up and full,
Mm-hmm.
I'll wake everybody up.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna wake up Rowan.
Yeah, you don't wake up. No, we
No.
got it.
Nope.
All right. So go ahead and wake him up.
Ooh, no, I'm not waking him up.
You're not waking us up?
No, I'm waking up. Oh, so I'll just go over to the ladies' tent. Kind of like open hand, kind of pat the side of the tent, make that like flat, soft noise. Ladies,
Mm. Time to get up.
yes, breakfast is ready. And let's let no one get his beauty sleep. Of course. I'll stomp away. Oh, also, um, during his watch, Paul would have dug down the saddlebag
Mm-hmm.
and brought out a worn, quite worn cloak,
Okay.
still functional. Have it rolled up and put it on the stump that he's noticed that Isla has chosen to sit on.
Aww.
Not gonna say anything.
Does it have a letter on it?
No.
Oh, it's not a letter cape?
No.
There's one in the book.
So Isla, you come out of the tent and you find yourself, over by the fire, sort of rubbing your eyes, and there's a small bundle of clothing on your stump of wood that you've been sitting on.
Smell it.
Roll
I
perception.
totally smell like leather and Briggs.
Roll perception.
Just like Paul.
Yeah, it smells like leather and bricks. I mean, I feel like
My
you
love.
come to that conclusion after a few minutes of puzzlement.
The comment in my head just totally made me laugh. You gotta get your nose a little deeper in that.
Oh, damn.
Right. No.
I don't understand why.
He's pompous.
Yeah, but pompous people need to eat, I'm sure.
There's still food. And he's capable of cooking, I'm sure.
Are you sure, though?
Well, he better learn quick. Because I'm no man's servant.
Isn't a protectorate and a servant the same thing?
I'm no longer a protectorate. I'm Paul. No, I'm just over it. We all put in our share. Period. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
He has his own rations, Isla.
Also, you could grow it without leaving.
He went right to bed. No help with the horses, the camp, fire, the watch. One shouldn't need to ask. I don't care who he is. He's had his chance. We went to bed last night. There's a chance. Period. Princes don't do anything.
Be safe, princesses.
Ladies, you do what you wish. I've made up my mind. I don't know what you're talking about.
I will leave you two alone.
I'll just say that I protected these spoiled, elite, so-called betters all my life. They're no better than anyone else.
I love it.
A little humility can go a long way.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So, Nolan, you hear this conversation out at the fire as they're not being quiet. And I mean, the breakfast smells are filling the air, the sound of the crackling fire, the tea is brewing, the horses are making noises at the edge of the camp as they eat their breakfast. The light is shining in through the tent as you wake up.
The tents are broken down to horses are packed. Except his.
Except for yours.
Did someone forget to wake me?
No.
I'm pretty enough. I want to be woken before breakfast, but it's good enough.
Too much. Don't forget your fruit.
Right? I'll roll no perception.
Perception. I got 12, is that all right?
Yeah, you're too busy eating the breakfast to notice what Isla's doing.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's. I found a picture of Isla's cloak.
Sweet. It's pretty worn. It might have a few dark stains on it.
Yeah.
Some holes,
blood
some
stains,
splash marks.
Little hole where there was a sword pushed through it one point in time.
I'm going to do a bullshit roll to see if it rolls on our channel.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to remind. Yes, perfect. There you go.
Do you want to use that as a bullshit roll? I don't know.
I mean, I'll take that as your perception roll as Isla's measuring fruit. And you were asked to make perception. It's perception. So you do see Isla manifesting fruit, perfectly right, beautiful fruit, and then proceeding to throw it on the ground and smash it violently and grind it into the ground.
I thought you just offered me fruit, or... Well, it's not whole anymore, but, thank you, I guess. Next
We're
time
about
we're
ready to
gonna
go. Still have the
Yes.
tent packed. Let's go.
Will you help me pack it? Or
Do you know how?
yes, I tell someone to pack it.
That's not gonna work here. Knowing. Paul would have taken care of the moose
Oh yeah, you did take care of
and fed the
clothesline,
moose
obviously.
and brushed him
Yeah.
down if he's ever been curried.
Yeah. And
I
clothesline
wasn't quite sure what to do with that, so.
yeah, he was incredibly, I mean, he luxuriated in that, leaned into the currying brush, very definitely, did the shoulder push into you like, oh yeah, that's the spot type thing. Because horse and moose, animal.
Yeah, I also want to do a message to clothesline. I don't have animal speaking or whatever that's called, but I just want to say next time when everyone's awake, come wake me, please.
Roll animal handling.
Is this the moose from Frozen? Oh.
I I keep seeing Bullwinkle, I'm sorry.
All right, and Rob, did you do the voice of clothesline for us? I think you did, right? Was
No,
it Dog who did the
Briggs.
voice? It was. Oh yeah, you did the voice
I
of
did
Briggs.
Briggs.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
If
So
you make me do, I can't. I just do Bullwinkle.
no, yeah. Go ahead and respond
I
to,
don't-
if you would, respond to Noah about waking him up.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know his moose.
Okay, so
He's
All I can do
Dante
it.
with
I
voice
You got
of
this.
Cartman.
Paul, you do it.
No, I think it was Cringe. No, Cringe is Briggs. I
Yeah,
think
no.
Alex did it as Piggy.
Alex did it, and it was sort of a Dante-esque character.
All right.
Oh my god, yeah, do Surfer Dude, bro. Canadian if you can.
Well, Alex should do his own moose then, because he knows his moose. Yeah, I had to do Briggs.
I was
I
trying
just
to
wanna-
help Alex because of the role play aspect of having to role play to yourself. So I was
Oh, that's
asking you to
perfect.
do that.
So real quick, I just want to say I am proud of Alex for not naming him Knuckle.
Yeah.
That would have been beautiful.
This is my moose, Knuckle.
Yeah, I had to play Briggs, so I think that Alex.
Okay. All right, Alex. Yeah. You talk to
Turns
your
out an
moose.
Irish moose.
Oh yeah.
I will tell you that Clothesline does not at all plan on doing this for you. So you can go ahead and role play out what he tells you as you tell him this.
Fucking pipe me up. I'm over here. I can't go over there and wake you up. Plus, look at all the batteries. Look at all the eggplants. There's food everywhere. I'm just gonna fucking eat it all. Sorry, mate.
Yes.
Jordan.
I'm sorry, mate.
I love it. I love it.
I
It is
could not have done that good.
It was so beautiful. Bravo.
Are there moose in Ireland? I just.
Can he have like
There
There
were
are now.
there were Irish elk at one point in
Elk.
time, and they were the largest of
Yes.
the deer family. They were larger than a modern moose.
Mm-hmm.
can we give him
Okay.
player inspiration?
Yeah,
I'm not a
right.
bard.
I'm going to go ahead and say that you get a point of DM inspiration for or
Yes.
for role-playing to yourself for the first time, and
For
doing
playing
such
with
a
yourself in
fantastic
Nice.
voice.
First person
Beautiful.
shooter.
Is that something
There you
I
go.
click on?
Yep, right back.
So that
Okay.
technically means
What
at
does
some
that
point,
do?
yeah, at some point you would have advantage on a roll, no matter what it is.
Yeah, a DM
Could it be like a
inspiration is-
re-roll? Like I have a bad roll, and my inspiration
Yes.
is like re-roll, perhaps?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. You
exactly
could
what
like
it is.
say,
It's an instant
Oh,
reroll.
say,
All right.
for example, you attack somebody, and you roll a 1. And you're like, oh shit, I got DM inspiration. Then you'll get the chance to re-roll that. Or you
Okay.
could choose to use it before you roll, like on a saving roll or an attacker, for example,
Mhm.
and say, I'm going to use my DM inspiration at this point to roll at advantage.
Hold on, though. Let's be honest.
Okay.
It's us we're talking about. You'll probably use it climbing up a
You might
fucking
usually
tree.
climb in a tree, so. He had a bankroll of them. He now has 1 left, but he had 3 DM inspirations.
Are they climbing a tree again?
No, but they got us something.
Do you want a burrito?
No, I'm going like,
Fucking weirdos.
Mom.
I need you to roll. Let's see here. What would be a good roll for emotional trauma being told to fuck off by your moose?
Survival.
No.
Wisdom saving throw.
I think it's a wisdom save. Let me have a wisdom save, please, Alex.
A moose?
Motherfucker.
Moose pulling the
Okay. Wisdom save. So saving throws on the side. Wisdom. Click.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me.
Ooh. Damn,
Yeah.
this should come to Jesus moment.
Yeah, you realize that. I mean, it is exactly what it is. Is it's an awareness moment where you realize that you're the last one up. Your tent was not taken down. You did not receive breakfast. It was given to you out of a largesse of a very sweet friend, but it was not prepared for you. And they were not ready for you to eat with them. There wasn't enough made for you. And furthermore, your companion of a very, very long time basically told you to, deal with your bullshit.
How do you fuck up hard enough? A Canadian moose tells you to fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So,
I guess-
you had this realization this morning that the world just doesn't revolve around no one, no matter how much you might want it to.
Ouch.
Before we take this tent down, I'd like to take a moment, maybe 10, just to meditate. And
as
do
you
pull
do-
a card for
I'm so glad you said that because I pulled a card already and it is so perfect. You come to this realization and yet it does not break your spirit. You are undaunted.
Oh, nice.
How do you spell undaunted?
It's right there on the card, the undaunted.
I'm an idiot. I can't reach it.
Okay, hold on a second. I'll write it for you.
I legit think
you.
Yeah,
Thank
that's the name of that card. It is the undaunted, and it's hard for me to take it in any other context than this reading.
It's them eyes, man. All eyes on me. I am the center of the universe.
Okay.
I am your dragon.
But that can be not a bad thing.
No, it's not. Your confidence is unbroken. You had this realization, this meta realization, and your confidence, your self confidence, is not broken by it. You can go forward acting on this realization or not. It is up to you. But you did have the realization. You did come to the understanding that you are undaunted.
Okay.
Okay?
So, I'm gonna learn how to take my tent down, and I guess Paul, what?
I would just want to say, no one, not really knowing, we don't know a lot about knowing yet. What I've far an idea of what Paul was. He probably have to make some kind of roll for that.
For what?
For what Paul was.
Oh, yeah, no,
Knowing-
if no one...
history or talk?
Yeah.
Class may recognize behaviors Paul puts forth, he says, to determine what he... I don't think he's met Paul since he's worn armor, really.
Right. If you want to make a perception roll at this point in time, with this realization, I will allow you to go ahead and make a perception roll, not just of all of your companions. Up to you if you do so.
Yeah, at this point, I feel like everyone's trying to put me down, so I want to see what everyone is.
All right.
And I'm not very good at seeing stuff. I still got like the dew in my eyes.
You got that DM inspiration.
Or not.
No, you have 3 companions. Make 3 rolls, and we'll go ahead and take an average.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
So 15 and 11 and 9 added together is 26 and 9, 35?
Yes.
35? Divided by 3 is an average of about 13, 12, 13.
Mm-hmm.
Your perception of your friends is that you don't really understand what drives them, but you kind of take them at surface value. Paul presents as a man who knows what's going on around him, and he's maybe a little bit simpler appearing than you're used to, but he knows what he's doing. Isla presents as incredibly skilled, but also incredibly innocent. And Blythe presents as very much a sadder but wiser, very talented magic user.
Okay. After we pack up my tent and put on clothesline, I guess I'm ready to go. Work's could have been a little bit better, but are we ready to move on, everyone?
Yeah, we're ready. Good. Well done, Elf.
It was thanks to you.
Is it still cold? Wilde, is it still cold?
Yes, it is cold and brisk, frost on the ground tonight, or this morning. I did give you a reminder earlier in the channel. I don't know if you saw it. I reminded you that you have Giuseppe in your saddlebag and your wand recharge.
1 recharge, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I put down. I'm gonna take one of my handkerchiefs out of my bag, and I'm going to warm it with thaumaturgy and hand it to no one. This will help keep you warm.
Thank you.
It is a small bit of cloth, but it does function as like a hand warmer. Like those hot hands.
Mm-hmm. Now I'll put that inside of my pocket of my jacket. Kind of around the chest. I don't know if it's the right or left chest pocket, but I'm just going to put it in there.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and meta tell a story on myself, and this is an absolute segue, but I have to do this. When KT
Alright.
was starting college, she asked me for a Doctor Who scarf. And I made it for her, a season 15, 16, no, yeah, 15, 16, Fourth Doctor scarf. Absolutely accurate, absolutely the right length, all 15 feet of it. And she took it to college with her and used it and loved it. Came back home and left it in a box in her room when she moved away for a short period of time. And we had that freeze happen. I don't know if you guys remember it. We had an ice storm happen in our area where we lost power for a week and a couple of days. And,
What location?
Oh, Tennessee. And at that time, we lived up on the Cumberland Plateau, and our entire town was out of power for a couple of days. For a week. We had no power, and the ice was everywhere. We had no way to get to town, and no way to heat our own home because we had an all-electric home. So we were living sort of camping on the floor of my parents' house for a week. And during that time, I was schlepping around trying to get things taken care of, trying to take care of animals. And that scarf, I wore that scarf exactly how Isla is describing it, wrapped 5 or 6 times around my head and still hanging down enough to tuck into my pockets and keep my hands warm. So 10-degree weather, it worked very, very well. Somewhere we still have the Doctor Who scarf.
Aw, right.
And with that, I'm going to go ahead and...
black one like that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. A really warm, really big scarf is a beautiful thing, very occasionally. So, Isla, you are decked out in your beautiful scarf that is incredibly bright, and your very, very worn-out cloak and your moss dress. As we go on our way to the east, the horses stepping out through the crisp, frostbitten grasses. Is there anything anybody wants to do this morning as you're going out?
I'm gonna contemplate my dream. That's
Okay.
kind of disturbing.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to draw a card?
I do.
All right. Do you have the Giuseppe? Do you want a Giuseppe reading?
Giuseppe! Yep.
All right. So you open your saddlebag and you pull out Giuseppe?
Yep.
All right.
He'll disappear after this, right?
Yeah, this is the final Giuseppe reading.
Zeros.
All right. This is an interesting reading. I'm going to go ahead and show you the cards, and then we'll you can try to interpret them, and then we'll go forward. Okay?
Yep.
First is the gloaming. Second is the Ouroboros.
Oh, there's my bird up there.
Hold on one second here. And last is the Three of Pentacles. It's kind of an obscure reading. Right? So if you want to go ahead and take a stab at this while I'm looking up some meanings for you, we'll go for it, okay?
Yeah. Okay, so with the dream, the glooming, that looming moon, the red, the darkness, possibly the white representing souls. I can't see what's under the light mark.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
With the glooming.
Under the gloaming?
Yeah.
It's just the curve of the red.
Okay. I just kind of see her looking into that darkness. It makes my heart like start beating high. Okay, so the bottom two, the one kind of looks like an eye, and that red again. Red symbolizing the blood. And the last card. It's emptied, but it looks like it's emptied out on some sort of paper being served to the person. Like, it's by a religious figure and a woman that's very covered. So I would assume she's religious as well. The guy on the stage or on the chair being a worker, symbolized by the apron, interrupted. I just feel with the paper, it kind of looks like it's like some sort of drawing of architecture with an upside down cross. So I would take that as a persecution. So she kind of looks at it as maybe she should embrace the dream, the sacrifice, the healing, even at the cost of being judged, persecuted.
Okay. The gloaming is the literal representation of the liminal space of being between death and life, between acting on instinct and going on learned knowledge. It is a representation of making a choice, knowing the choice may cost you. It is a journey. It is not starting anew, but it's a path you know already. You find yourself between places on the path, knowing that the path ahead may have costs, dire costs. The Ouroboros is not infinity, it's collision. It's colliding with your own history, your ambition. The Ouroboros eats itself. It's not necessarily a reach of infinity. It's what happens when we reach too far, if you are single-minded and you ignore the warnings. Someone who takes and then takes and then takes and then takes it some more. Eventually, things run out Eventually, things are gone. Eventually, we take too much. The Three of Discs is always work, represents work. Typically, it means work and learning from other people, putting to use your skills and talents. It can mean collaboration. It can mean that if you share your work, you share your drive, you share your ambition with others, you are more apt to accomplish your goals. It's also a caution that when you work alone, things can be difficult, can be not in the right place, that you could feel overwhelmed, that you could take a wrong turn. And that's what Giuseppe tells you, and he vanishes.
Right? Why Giuseppe? Blanky.
So you have been cautioned that you have a choice ahead of you, and that choice can be a positive thing if you consult with other people, but it can also be incredibly negative and self-defeating if you do not. And that choice is yours to make.
In her head, she kind of does make a decision.
All right.
The DM will hear, "Okay, grandfather. I believe I'm ready."
All right. The opportunity will come, child. The opportunity will come.
And her heart just kind of sinks. And she kind of feels as if she's resigned to the conditioning.
And with that, we're going to take a break. Oh my God. Wow. Gala, I love you, but my God, girl. Right?
To make it even more of a what the fuck, I think that she's going to take Warlock next level.
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful thing to do. And I will say, meta, from the DM standpoint, you may absolutely attempt to cure yourself if you wound someone mortally, or if you come across someone who is dying.
Nice. Everyone's feelings.
Yeah.
It's
so-
Dr. Seuss one thing too thing.
If I did not make a promise to myself and the party that I would not kill Alex, the 8 card was Alex.
Oh.
But I promised I wouldn't kill Alex.
Man, if he did that, all hell would rain down.
Oh my God, all the zombies are going to come after us like, you killed our king.
I feel like everyone's mad at me. No one likes me. It's not fair. I'm just trying to go back to school, guys. Fuck.
I love you, Alex. You are wonderful. You are a gift to a DM.
You play a cock well, man.
It works so well.
I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much.
It works so well.
Yeah.
I love that it added to her story of like embracing that abuse and kind of like going she was trying to be a good person and not use the blood magic, but now she's just like, you know what, fuck it.
Yep. I will say it only will work. Your blood magic will only work on a person that is dying. It's not going to work on a zombie. Your heal won't work if you use a zombie. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense because you gotta be alive. But I gotta get a
have
leg
lifeblood.
somewhere.
Gotta have lifeblood, beating blood.
Not used meat. I got that from our friend Vince. He was like, when we'd go to the store, he'd be like, let's go to the used meat department, which is where the discount.
Yeah, the markdown. Yeah, the butcher markdowns. Yeah. My dad used to call the bakery outlet where they have the seconds from the Flowers Bakery or Hostess Bakery or whatever. He always called that the used bread store.
Dog's like, Paul would give you his leg, and then he's like, it'd be so big though.
Oh, God. I'm
We'd
I
feed a
am-
halfling, it'd be like 3 feet longer than her other leg.
Oh my god.
Can I just say how much I love the fact that this group is just melding together like this? It is so good. This game is so good. Oh,
You got the little prince. You got the
We're
prince
so glad you
who's
joined
like,
us, Alex.
right? We really are. We got the prince that's like kind of unlikable, and he doesn't realize that he's made himself that way.
Fuck off now. Now, not kind of unlikable. Y'all just. You don't
We're
have
wrong
manners.
class for that,
Okay?
Oh my
You
God.
don't have manners. You gotta come up to my level, alright?
man. Right? You're barefoot, lady.
I was that really
Paula
nice
doesn't even know
person
what
that I was that nice person that like we all probably know that just tries to please
Everybody.
everybody. Like the hand wringer and
Oh, there's an actual psychological term for it. Oh fuck. Yes.
the people pleaser.
Makes her happy.
Unless
Right, and
she
that's
has
fine
a huge
because-
crush on you, then she just
Mhm.
tries to steal your shit.
Right?
Yeah, you're safe until your clothes start disappearing, and she wears them around like
It wears them
Robin
right in front of
Williams.
you, like what, bitch?
Thank you for letting me use this.
Familiar.
Yeah. Because sometimes people pleasing is a trauma response, like fight, flight, or freeze. The fourth
Yeah.
version of that is fawn. Yeah, not the case for Isla. So the fourth version of that trauma response is fawn, which means people pleasing.
Yeah, that's mine. That's my go-to. I hate when people argue. Right?
Yeah.
Like she got to run with deer and
Oh, so good.
I don't
So-
know. I would think that Paul had a good upbringing until he was put into the military shit.
Nope. Because, well, he grew up like, he would have grown up like a squire.
I was going to say he had a squire
As
that
an
bring him
assistant.
with him.
So the squires started it like
child labor.
Yeah,
And
they
that
start
goes
on
on
page.
until you're like 20.
Yep. Yep, you're a page till you're like 12, then from 12 to about 20 you're a squire, and then you start training as a knight.
Right. Yeah, that.
And it's a shit life.
Fucking shit, man. So, like, knights were an elite class, but they're unless you got a lordship. The knight class was elite, but it was also really shit on.
Yeah.
Unless you got a lordship. So
Yeah.
just because you were a knight didn't really mean anything to the
Yeah,
to the people they were.
there was a difference between a landless knight or a landed knight, and they were treated very differently.
I don't know. Well, I guess landless versus land. Weird. Okay.
Yeah, a landless knight was basically a mercenary that was committed to one lord and treated as such.
And landed would be
A landed knight would
in their
be
own
considered
kingdom.
to be just one rank below a baron, and they would have property. They would be a landowner, and they would retire as a person of property in the area. They would have serfs of their own. They would get rents and they would get tithes.
Mm-hmm. So Paul.
Shitter king.
Yeah, they would have little
So think of
fiefdoms.
your nobles. You have the duchies. You have it just yeah.
But see, some of those people could have been knights at some time.
Yeah. Yeah, all nobility, all male nobility would have been a knight, but the knight was a secondary title to their actual title. Whereas those who were just straight knights were either landed knights or landless knights, and the landless knights were the bottom of the pile.
In Paul's case, I feel like it's kind of a little different, although brought up the knighthood, your paladin. He was like an officer of the court, though.
Mm-hmm. You had duties,
Like a
but no
knight of the court.
right? Duties,
Landless,
but no.
though,
Yeah,
but
landless.
high ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, yeah. Of an
So,
elven
like an
court,
officer of the guard.
That's a good one, though. I can send a good copy there. Oh, function. Okay.
Oh God.
Right.
Wow.
It also kind of looks like Trump. That's like Dr. Seuss.
It looks like the Grinch in
like
clown
that.
makeup.
Yeah,
That's nightmare fuel.
that is nightmare fuel. All right, I will be right back, and then we'll start again. Okay?
And they're backwards. Hello. Is that the circus?
It should be, but it's
Or the
not.
marionettes?
Here's another island I'm gonna send in. Yeah, it's just Isle D&D, and like there's nothing special. Like I did not do anything really, but
Okay, put this in for Isla. It'll be perfect. What was it? Dingy
Give me,
hippie princess.
put text in, copy and paste is still loading. Yeah, if you want to do like dick pictures and whatnot, because the other things won't let you do it, this one might. So yeah, just send me what you want to process, and I'll do it here. Because it's just locally, not on the cloud.
Right. I might come up with some queries.
Biggie hippie process. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Okay. Yeah, I do 3 different versions of that. Getting like 3 minutes before this one's done. And yeah.
The horrible Dr. Seuss Santa backwards facing elves you want to send out as Christmas cards?
I love Tiefling drink. Love it.
That's brutal. That's brutal. You are an asshole, and I love you.
Yeah, I drive really slow in the ultra fast lane. When I park in handicap spaces, I make handicap faces.
Paula won't let me do my walk in the grocery store.
As somebody with
I'm
a
an
handicap
asshole.
parking ticket, I would like to say
Yes.
I have said that before, and you were probably behind me.
In her case, yes, your head is handicapped.
Yes.
Speaking of handicapped, Alex, would you also do peg leg tiefling drunk?
Oh my God, yes.
Images,
In a black
setting,
dress.
all the shit.
Excellent.
Here comes Blythe.
I mean, I don't know how many words you can do, but 3 seems appropriate. See what happens.
Looking at it disappointedly. Motherfucker.
Listen to that YouTube song.
I love
Yeah,
that
well-
I'm an asshole. Just go.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
so funny
unlimited
last
words
game.
is the free program, so I can do it
It
all the
was so
time.
funny last game hearing you mumble at the animals. Could so hear you. No, heard everything. I was either that's an animal or it's an animal.
My God, Gala, that reading.
Great.
Oh.
So I figure I'll probably go undead warlock.
I
I
love it.
told her blood hunter. That's my opinion.
Blood Hunter is excellent too.
Blood hunter would just be sick, dude.
It really
I
would.
looked at it. That is a complicated
Yeah.
class. I wasn't
It
ready.
is.
I wanted to do it. It's more complicated than warlock, and I think warlock's. To be honest with you,
Warlock's easy. Everything's
I mean, it's getting easier now that I'm kind of fucking with.
the longer you go, the higher you go up in levels, the more cantrips you have. Everything without a spell slot is a cantrip.
I mean, that's kind of dope.
Yeah, you're only able with a warlock. You only have spell slots for the highest that spell goes to. And that's why, like, you'll have a...
And I gotta say, after, without getting into specifics, after seeing an Echo Knight, oh my god.
fucking badass.
Yeah, that's just OP, dude.
That is. Agreed.
That can be made to be super sick OP, like.
It is super sick OP. You seen it work?
That's without even min-maxing. That I know of. I'm just saying, just off the top, it's already got pretty cool abilities.
All right.
Today, today I was thinking about creating a character
Yeah.
based around an item, which makes more sense to my head now. I'm thinking about creating a, and now Warlock would be a good class for that.
Maybe. I might go Blood Hunter.
Look into it. It's a cool idea. With like your backstory.
I think Blood Hunter is absolutely a marvelous option, Gala. And I will help you if you want me to if you want to specialize on it.
So we've been watching that Rings of Power.
Oh yeah, pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's all right. Yeah, I like it. It's okay.
I like that it's token, but it's not token, and it takes place in. It looks a lot like.
It's thousands of years before, like The Hobbit.
Oh, okay.
And then sold out. No, I'm just saying. No, it is really good though. It's well done. It's good.
Well, it's based on the Silmarillion, so you have to realize it's still open.
Right. It's based on the Silmarillion, and so it's also based. So you'd have to kind of get into some deeper.
It's
lore.
deeper lore.
It's way deeper lore.
Not
Galadriel is a young elf.
It's like it's young Galadriel. It's potentially the arrival of Gandalf. Yet,
it could be, or the other one.
Because if you didn't know, Gandalf is another race that comes from outer space.
No, he didn't come from outer space. He came from the East.
Yes, in a way he did, because those beings landed from another plane of existence.
Right, he's one of the Maiar, just exactly. He's
Mm-hmm.
the equivalent of Morgoth, Sauron. He's one of the Maiar.
That's a very simple way to put it, but he still arrived on a fucking smiling rock.
Yeah, it's the Silmarillion. It's the back story of Galadriel and Celeborn and
it's the backstory of the Rings of Power.
Yeah.
They show
when you get into the names like Isildur, and then you're like, oh wait, is that that's is it one of the lineage of Isildur? And have you watched it at all? Wilde?
No, but I know the stories. I've read those books.
Well, do you remember in the movie
No, I mean, I read the Silmarillion and the Lost
Right.
Tales and that stuff.
Well, in the one movie, I forget, I think the second one, where the steward leaps off that really high, like, triangular shaped part of the castle on fire.
Yeah.
Gondor. But I could be wrong, but I think Gondor was Numerian.
Yeah.
Because that same depiction is there. It's a little different, though.
It's
And also the tree. The
God.
tree is in full.
Yeah.
Right.
It
Right.
was the last human empire founded by the Numenorians.
Founded by the Numenorians. So that
yeah.
same depiction of that is in the show, which I thought was really interesting. But tree.
Right. Yeah. See, the island of Numenor sank off of the southern coast of the main continent, and because of the impact of Sauron on the Black Numenorians. And Gondor was the city that was founded by the refugees from the island of Numenor.
Yeah. All that.
All that.
But that deeper lore is really kind of interesting because I had a hard time getting.
I don't hear you. Oh, never mind.
And I like the nice do some of it, but it's like, oh god. Oh man, we're still on this tree. This fucking tree is a lot of pages, Tolkien. I'm just being sarcastic, but.
Yeah. I feel like as a DM, I feel like as a DM, I fall into that trap too. How long have you guys been traveling from Jigao to Mazazan?
But after the first session of
there's tree climbing.
After the first session of End of Age, Paul, I really liked it. But I was like, the only critique I have is you kind of Tolkien'd out here and there.
Yeah, you don't like the descriptions.
No, I did, but it was like, you said that. We get it. I didn't say that, but it was still good. But since then, man, she's been on fire on that. Just saying. God, dingy hippie princess.
Explain what it looks like. And then I have to explain it for the rest of the
She's just old. And they're just the ones that are just kind of
directions.
I'm old, and my tits are not far apart like that.
Well, no, they're the ones that are just like all nipple. They're very small and plump.
I'm not to a beach. Oh. So this is interesting. That's the
Where
second
are we
one.
at? Are we closing session? What the fuck is that?
That's Hippie Dippy Princess. Next one's gonna be like Tiefling Trunk.
Cute.
And that's gonna be the next two that's gonna pop up.
And it resembles you-ish. You.
What?
I don't judge color. I don't see that. I never said that.
No, that was not
I don't think. I just said that character's cute. Oh. I don't find
it
hideous
for
at all.
Isla or for her?
The first two was Hippie Dippy Princess, yeah. Or the first 2 inches.
Hippie Dippy Princess.
It's gonna be the peg leg tiefling. The third.
Yeah. Like a.
It's
your
more like a
head's almost
headband
cut
than
off.
anything else.
It's like a mini Canadian hat.
It's like a beret, but not. It's all over the place. I love it.
And man, she just went on a horseback ride. It's
Leave her alone.
Don't
Leave you alone.
Oh, I actually have a really good one of me. I did.
That's hot.
And the one that was
Right.
good.
There's no peg leg though, but oh wait, never mind. I thought it was peg leg.
That's the peg leg.
It's not the peg leg.
That was a good one of me.
That is cool.
That's a great
Right.
one.
It was the best AI I've done so far.
It does take a long time sometimes.
I don't have the patience for that. If I wanted to fucking sit there and like dwell on a drawing, I think I would do it myself. Yeah,
Well, there was a story.
it's sad to me.
There's a story on this thing Paul watched the other day about this dude that
I think
won
this is
some
cool.
contests because the art he put into the
I think that's
contest was
Paul.
produced on Midjourney,
Mhm.
and he won. He took first place in some contest.
Like a week or two ago. I don't know if it was the same program, but yeah, there's so many
This
different
article
AI.
said it used Midjourney
Okay.
because Midjourney gives you a copyright or something like that. It's exclusive to the creator.
Well, all of them, like they own the images. Yeah.
Well, the thing is that the AI generated art is so new. I think moving forward, it's not something that's really been thought through. I don't think because he won the contest, so the stipulations was. But I kind of tend to agree with that. Like, for instance, if you did it AI generated, right, then you replicated it via some artistic medium. Cool with that.
Mhm.
But to just generate it and then you print it out in some sort of like fashion or how it's done, I feel like I'd be a little pissed if I was an actual artist. Spent hundreds of hours doing a sculpture or painting or whatever it may be, and then you came in with your fucking 3D printer or your AI generated whatever the fuck and won. Like, fuck that. You spent 20 minutes putting some words in and waiting for your program to process it.
That's computer
I feel
stuff.
that.
Make a program.
I feel that. I absolutely feel that. Right. Absolutely. If you sat there and wrote and generated the artwork you introduced to this, yeah, because that's art.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that.
Even
Programming art, but using someone else's art essentially to make your own.
But see,
Doesn't
I would
work
feel
well.
a contest where all the entries had to be made on such a platform.
there's one right here that I'm on with Night Cafe, and they're giving out 500 credits. And the way that theirs works is it's free. You get the credits, and then you pick up credits twice a day.
That last one is really cool, by the way. Right? Some weird abstract like stuff.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
like
cool.
teeth being drunk.
Yeah, I love that.
The second one's about to be cooked in a minute.
It's really cool, huh?
I mean, that's
Right.
Blythe at the hot springs.
I feel like I would hang that on my wall.
Yeah.
That was Blythe that one day.
My favorite is her hat. Her hat is dope.
I think my mouth would hurt.
Right?
I would wear
All right.
that hat.
Yeah,
I
no,
would wear that hat all day.
the black and
Okay,
white
what? Time out, Wilde.
the black and white study above that, the man's face is what the way I see Paul.
Oh.
Except for a lion.
Except for a lion. Yeah. That expression on his face, that resolute expression. Yeah.
Perpetually unamused. I love that. I've
Uh,
heard of him before.
Very thing.
one sec. I'll be right back.
All right,
Dude
wait,
has an interesting
when you guys
face.
are ready.
What, Wild?
Yes.
Can you knit that hat? Or crochet that hat? That'd be great.
I could crochet that hat. I couldn't knit it. Yeah, so I could do something like that.
That'd be awesome. It looks like it has a finger in it. Finger hair. My hair is fingers.
I feel like that's like one of those granny square mandala type things sewn together into kind of a bucket hat.
Oh.
What is this?
AI does weird shit. It's peg leg tiefling drunk. Are those two? Samurai type of thing?
Oh my god, it looks like a kind of like a weird minotaur sucking on a upside down candy cane. He's sharpening it so it'll be a dagger.
Yes, yeah, we all did that. Yeah,
They're like just like poke your tongue accidentally.
yeah.
It just
So yeah, so stuck on your candy cane until it's a sharp point, and then poke somebody with it. Yep, we all did that.
I never poked someone. I was never that asshole, but I
Oh
poked
God,
myself
I
accidentally. Fucking dicks.
Yes.
Yes. You get punished as much as stabbing them with something actually sharp.
You're fine.
I'm just gonna flood you with some shit.
I mean, yeah, it's like stabbing somebody with an icicle.
Ooh. Right?
Right?
I love that movie. That was an amazing fucking movie. I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to because that was. Have you seen Hard Candy?
Yeah, that
Oh.
was what, fucking 10 years ago that came out? It was a great movie.
So I'm gonna interview you guys and tell you that it is 9:20. Are we going on with the game, or are we done with the game for tonight?
Game.
Okay.
I don't need a sleep. I'm good.
All right.
Let's go to 2 a.m.
Dog, are we our wedding?
Or what?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh God, the cringe away.
Oh, it's Ken Kniff from Connecticut.
Oh, Yeah.
Give it to Shaggy. Melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Oh, God.
Okay, so could I have 2 cards? I'm trying to decipher if I want to go Blood Hunter or Warlock. And only
2
do
cards.
it if we're going to level up this time. If not,
All
we'll
right.
just do it later.
Ooh.
All right.
Damn, what a
we
way
got-
to press it. Are we leveling up or what?
All right. Well, let's go ahead and play a little bit longer, and we'll see where we got, and then we'll go.
Oh, I
go
just had a
forward,
word
okay?
string. I'm going to type it. Keep going.
So you wanted a card for a blood hunter?
Yeah, or Warlock. I'm trying to figure out which one.
Oh, I feel better.
All right.
Shit, that makes.
Here's your cards, sweetie, and yeah. Here's your cards,
Uh-oh.
and I will let you interpret them.
That's the anti-strong arm robbery.
No, that thing up there, I just saw that one. Alien. Whoa. Is that? That's
By
Geico.
Luck it is.
the wound man, I'm going to say that is a definite leaning to a blood hunter.
Mm. Nice card.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, you can interpret that how you want to, Gala, but I see that as somebody who's regretting somebody that is gone, someone that's passed away, and the lean to the wound man is in your context, it almost has to be a blood hunter, doesn't it?
Yeah, because of the knife, the wounds.
One of the legs, 7.
Yep. 100%.
I feel
I mean,
And then
it's
I
just-
believe that there is a undead for the blood hunter.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that that's the way the cards are leading you there, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So as we go back on the trail, as we go forward, I would like a round of group perceptions, please.
I see everything. Everyone should know that. Nope. I hit the wrong thing.
Our 10-minute break took a half hour.
God damn it.
I'm resetting. That's like the third 8.
Okay.
You said what one? Perception?
Yes, please.
Perception, yeah.
I'll take the roll, but I reset.
Okay, that's fine. You can go ahead and redo the roll.
It's alright. It's just perception.
All right.
It's a group
So-
thing. It'll be fun.
The discussion as you're breaking camp sort of preoccupies you, Paul. Checking to make sure that everybody's got everything. You're doing that kind of mom thing. Everybody, double check, make sure you got all your stuff type thing. You're checking to make sure the horses are okay. No one. You're still dealing with the ramifications of your moment of insight. But Isla and Blythe, you're paying attention to your surroundings a little bit. And Isla, you're a druid. You are in the forest. You are in your preferred terrain. You are the first to realize that there is something wrong this morning. The forest is too quiet. The normal morning sounds that you are incredibly used to hearing, the birds, the animals rustling around, rooting around in the undergrowth, you would expect to hear small animals grazing, or herbivores grazing, small animals possibly hunting, possibly even larger animals hunting. It might be a boar rustling around or a bear trying to get berries or whatever. None of those sounds are audible. Nothing. It is still and quiet. Animal handling. Roll animal handling.
And also, I'm preoccupied, I think. Did I
Oh, yeah.
notice? Is no one not necessarily prepared for cooler weather?
Noah, are you prepared for cool weather? I'm going to say that he is prepared for cool weather. This is his home terrain. He travels
Is
back and
this-
forth between the city and his father's
I was
kingdom.
planning going this direction.
Right. Yes, yeah. What did you say, Alex?
Yeah, this is the trip I do every year, back and forth. So
Okay, sweet.
actually, I would
Understood.
prepared.
Then he is preoccupied with making sure everyone else is good to go.
Right. Okay, yeah, you can very definitely speak with Mariposa and Briggs and Cartman, who's rather stupid, and Clothesline, and talk to them about what's going on.
Oh, that's why, is it? Cartman? Cartman.
Yeah?
I did Cartman.
You're not using your nose, are you, girl? Give yourself a good whiff. All right, and with that 18 perception and the 17 talking to Mariposa, you begin to smell it on the wind. The smell of decay, the smell of blood, the smell of death. Lord. Go ahead, Paul. He very definitely does.
Briggs.
Nice.
She
Briggs?
asked if it can smell the dead.
Oh shit. Fuck, I forgot. Smells like shit, dude.
Every time it's breaking it, don't they?
Cartman just neighs at you.
Mm.
You can fucking smell it. I don't want to go near it, Emma. Yes, don't we all have a fucking mouth now?
And Blythe, you understand what she's talking about. You rolled high enough on perception to understand. She's trying to draw your attention to the fact that it's not a normal morning.
No, I smell it.
Good.
There's foul blood.
Did Paul get it now, or?
Oh yeah, now that they've drawn your attention to it, it very definitely comes to you on the wind.
Okay. From which? From right to left or left to right?
The prevailing wind is coming from the east, and it's coming on the wind.
Roll perception, see how
I
tall I am.
We are facing north, correct?
No, you're facing
I'm
east.
dumb.
Okay,
We're heading east.
reset your beyond because you rolled to the same exact same number. You reset your beyond.
For clarification, Go ahead.
Okay. All right, and what did you
I'll
want
do it.
clarification on?
The direction we're going, I know we
Going
established it. So we are going east and the wind's coming,
From the east.
so a headwind.
Yes.
Okay,
You're riding into it.
got it.
Yeah. I would like.
I'm sorry.
Okay, let me get to my thing. I'm going to pull out a copper piece, and I am going to put it up to my forehead and share your thoughts. And I'm gonna cast detect thoughts, and what is the duration? 30 feet. So I'm gonna send it 30 feet ahead of us to see if I can detect any intelligent thoughts.
Also,
You do. Go ahead.
go ahead. I'll wait.
All right, go ahead.
Well, Paul is going to use one of his uses of. I'll VTT it, and then you can take care of the other stuff too.
Okay.
No, display.
Okay, so you're using your divine sense, and between the two of you, let's see here. Divine sense goes far. How far?
60 feet.
Yeah, between the two of you, you detect thoughts, and the only impression you get is ravening hunger. And Paul, ahead of you, just off the side of the path, maybe 35, maybe 45 feet ahead, you definitely get a ping of dire evil.
Undead.
I would say so.
Either celestial.
This is the card that I pulled, and I'm going to say that it is undead.
Yeah.
Singular.
As far as you know.
That's a dope card.
Okay. Oh. And you said it's how far?
Maybe 45 feet.
45 feet. Stop! Everyone stop! There's something ahead, and I don't think it's friendly.
It's hungry. Very.
You feel it too.
Yeah.
And here's why I say that it's hungry. Because the next card I pulled is. I mean,
Hunger.
these cards are absolutely 100% telling us what you're seeing and what you're experiencing.
Oh.
The ring?
The hole, the black hole.
I would like
Oh.
to shift
Ah.
my detect thoughts quickly to knowing when we say that it's undead.
I just think the whole hungry thing, like, I didn't have a full meal, only half of one, but no, okay, you detected me. What are you trying to detect?
I just want to see what his initial thoughts are when when we say that there's an undead. Like, is this, oh, it's my homie, or oh shit.
I just think it's a skinny person.
I
Anorexic.
A skinny person? Please.
Go ahead.
My mummy has been anorexic for 10, 12 years now. She looks like a skeleton, but just anorexia. I try to feed her every so often, but she doesn't like food. Yeah. That's how it is.
Oh my
And
God.
we have established
So
that swords,
sheltered.
right? We've established that swords is Nolan's suit because he's the child of the king and the queen of swords. And the next card I drew, I think, represents Nolan's mindset more than anything else this morning, which is incredibly confused. Because it is also the page of swords. But it's the page of swords that is just a drug trip.
That drug trip. Oh god. Is that a sword? Is that a spoon? I don't know.
I love that he's got a gun.
Right? And the King of
Oh,
Swords
is
you've
it-
all met
Jimmy.
before too.
It was the
He's-
Queen of Swords who claimed Paul as her champion too, right?
Yes,
You
Queen
do
claimed you
work
as
for
your
him.
champion. Yep. And the King of Swords is the one you met at that horrible tree on your first trip, the one that looked like Brandul. That's his dad. That's his dad.
This is fucking beautiful.
To be fair, his father's court is filled with them.
I am the happiest person in the world right now.
And the next card that we draw is the appropriateness of this in every way because I mean look at that page of swords and then we draw the drug death.
And sorry, I just need a bit of context. I was busy with the dog for a second. His
Okay.
affiliation. Oh, understood.
In the Court of
The
Queens.
circle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That hardly makes. That
Anorexic.
hardly means I work for him.
Oh, you work for it.
Mhm.
No. Oh. How so?
You don't work for Noah, you work for his mama.
I refuse to entertain your reach. Yeah, I got that part. I just missed the connection.
Yeah, but I
I
think
knew my connection and the other connection somewhat. I
right,
missed
and I
no
think
one.
Paul's having drawn the Keeper of Swords multiple times means that he does not see himself as an employee of Noah, he sees himself more as a babysitter.
Well,
Maybe.
he sees himself as the protector of those around him,
Right?
like him or not.
Yeah.
Not to give away anything on whether of Paul's like personal opinion of no,
Right?
whether or not.
And I love that we drew
Fair
that
enough.
page of swords in the middle of all this mess because does that not express Noah's state of mind right now? Completely confused.
So I'm gonna realize that he just thinks that they're sick, not sick, but has a problem like his mom, and put two and two together, and realize that his innocence is more akin to his mother's than his father's, and then kind of knowing, are you going to be all right? We may end up in battle. But I say it with message in his head.
You can respond with the message of,
Yeah, she
I'll be okay as long as someone's able to take the brunt of the damage. I think I'll be fine. I'll figure it out.
All right. So this is about 45 feet away from you. As Paul gives out the command to all of you to be careful that there's somebody ahead and that they appear to be incredibly evil and undead. What are you all doing?
Mhm.
All right.
Ooh.
So Isla has wild shaped into a large cat. Paul, what are you doing?
Um. Okay. Paul's gonna dismount and move forward. What shall we do? Can you fight from your horse? Are you on a horse?
I'm in the cart. I'm gonna
Can you fight from a horse?
as soon as you say that, I'm just gonna cast flight on myself with the wand.
All right.
And I'm just gonna kind of ready myself.
All right. And what are you doing, Noah?
I'm telling Clothesline, like, seriously, next time, when everyone's awake and it's morning, wake me up. Don't let me sleep to breakfast, please.
He said, please.
It's a shame we didn't hear it.
The one time I do it.
Right.
And with that, I'm going to say that you all level up, and we're going to stop for the night because there's no fucking way I'm getting into a big combat at 9:44.
What?
And tell you that we will take up this thing next week with Isla wild shaping into a panther, Paul dismounting and moving to the front, Blythe casting flight, and Noah haranguing clothesline.